And yes, it is the gesture of the heart that we will be building our practice around tonight. So join me for an hour of Hatha Vinyasa flow on the mat. Look, Steve's already there. So we're going to start off a little unusual tonight. We're going to start off tonight laying down for our start of our practice. So if you have a nice thick blanket or a bolster or a nice thick pillow, why don't you place that behind you? So I'm sitting up on my sits bones here with my feet on the floor and my nose bent, and behind me is my pillow. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay across my pillow so that my heart is lifted. So what you want to do is place your pillow kind of right between your shoulder blades, but below your shoulders so that your shoulders can float down. The tops of your shoulders can float down once you're laying on the mat. Go ahead and place your hands as if you're laying in Shavasana and drop your head back. And feel your heart lifting in this pose as we lay on the floor. You might even take your hands out to the side and just begin to get into the breath. Allow the crown of your head to fall to the mat behind you if that's comfortable. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So as you're inhaling and exhaling, I want you to just get into this feeling of expansiveness of your chest muscles, expansiveness of your heart center, feeling your heart lifting beautifully, because this entire practice today, we are going to focus on expansion of the heart, leading with the heart, opening of the heart. Our heart center is the place where we have our feelings, where we feel our feels, if you will. And this practice, I would like you to give yourself permission to acknowledge what you feel, to be expressive of what you feel, to give yourself as much time as you want to process what you feel. Take another long inhale and exhale. Bend your legs, placing your feet on the floor. Bring your elbows close to the body and use your elbows to gently lift up. Continue to lead with the heart. Maybe you want to move your elbows back a little bit so that they're underneath your shoulders as you lift up. Pause for a moment, just sitting here with our heart lifted. Maybe pull the ears away from the shoulders a little bit to lift up the heart just a bit more. And then place your hands on the floor, leading with the heart. Rise up, straightening out your arms. Go ahead and drop your head back down to your chin. If your eyes are closed, you can leave them closed. And let's work our way into Sukhasana, or easy seated pose. If you want to draw your pillow or your bolster with you and sit on top of it, you may, or you can sit directly on the floor. Inhale, draw your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, draw them back down. And then take the mudra where we place our fingertip, our index finger against our thumb, turn our hands upside down, and then lift up our heart center. This is actually the mudra of the sun salutations. The mudra that we would use to greet the new day. Go ahead and open up your eyes. And take this moment with our very open energy channel here, rooted into the floor, lifting the heart center up, drawing the shoulders down. Inhale with the belly expanding. And exhale, draw it back in. Inhale. And exhale. Take another inhale. Draw your attention to the space between your eyebrows, the third eye. Turning inward, becoming introspective at this moment in time. Take a moment and assess what feelings you have had today. Maybe what feelings you have now. Give yourself permission to feel whatever it is you're feeling. Your feelings are your own. They're yours to have. They're yours to express. A lot of times we have manifestations of illness, pain, discomfort, depression, anxiety, oftentimes resulting from not expressing what we feel, from not acknowledging what we feel, from not processing what we feel. So when we take this mudra of the heart, which you can bring close to your heart center, we take this mudra and we want to balance on a Hatha, the heart center, the heart chakra. A lot of times when we don't acknowledge our feelings, we feel tremendous stress. And that manifests in physical ailments in the body, stomach problems, high blood pressure, heart issues, headaches, poor sleep, poor attention. Maybe we manifest in outbursts, maybe anger, maybe being hard on ourselves, hard on others. Maybe activities that are destructive to ourselves and to the world around us, to our family or to our home, to our communities. It doesn't have to be overt. It can be a lot of little things that add up. And a lot of times when we give a name to what we're experiencing, a name to what we're feeling, we say it out loud, and we feel a weight lift off of us. So I invite you to do that. You can go ahead and drop your hands to your legs. Inhale your hands overhead. Exhale them out and down, lifting up the crown of your head, lifting up the heart as you draw your hands down. Inhale your hands out and up. And exhale, drawing them down. Inhale your hands out and up. Exhale, draw them down and behind you. Bend your elbows slightly and lift up your heart center. Maybe drop back your head if that's comfortable for you. Take another inhale. And then exhale. Let's find our way into tabletop and take some cat-cow poses to begin to warm up the spine. I'm going to move my pillow out of the way. So finding ourselves in tabletop, our hands stacked perfectly underneath our shoulders, our knees underneath our hips, drawing the belly button in so that our spine is nice and long and straight and our core muscles are engaged, protecting our lower back. Inhale, lift up the heart center, drop the belly, lift up the sits bones. On your exhale, draw your back up to the ceiling as you move into cat, tilting your tailbone down, rounding your shoulders. Reverse that into cow, inhaling the heart center up, floating our sits bones up, dropping the belly. Exhale, draw the belly button in as you curl your spine up to the ceiling. Inhale, reversing to cow, dropping our belly, drawing our shoulders away from our ears and down our back as we lift up our heart center. Exhale, reversing that into cat, rounding the shoulders, dropping the crown, dropping the tailbone. Let's do it with a good heart stretch this time. So as you inhale into cow, really lift up your heart center, draw your shoulders away from the ears as you drop your belly. Get a nice heart opening. And then on your exhale, really curl your back up to the ceiling. Draw it up as high as you can. And then inhale, return to neutral spine, to tabletop. Inhale, bring your left leg back as you bring your right hand forward. Continue in sunbird, drawing the left heel back, drawing the hand forward, creating a nice cross-body stretch. Feel that freedom of opening up the body. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, drop your hand, drop your knee. Inhale your right foot up and bring your left hand forward. Again, reaching your right heel back as far as you can as you draw your left hand forward as far as you can. Drawing the belly button into the spine while you're doing this. Take a nice inhale and then exhale. Drop it all down. Let's go back into sunbird. Left foot, right hand. And then on your exhale, reach back and grab your left foot with your right hand and kick your foot into your hand, opening up your heart center, opening the throat. Nice shoulder opening on the right side. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale, release all of that down. Inhale, pick up our right foot and our left hand, reaching again as far as you can, drawing the heel and the hand far apart from each other. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, reach back, grabbing your right foot with your left hand and kick into your left hand. Kick as hard as you can, as high as you can, opening up your heart, opening up your throat. Exhale, release that down. Inhale into cow and exhale into cat. Inhale, lifting up into cow. Exhale, returning to neutral spine. Let's move back into Malasana, garland pose. So we're moving towards the back of our mat, feet spread wide. And let's just focus on lifting up our heart center in this beautiful garland pose. Imagine garlands of flowers wrapped around you, surrounding you with love in this beautiful pose. Feeling your hips opening up, feeling your pelvis moving towards the floor, giving it plenty of space, allowing for a nice long spine, allowing space for the heart to lift up. Take a nice inhale. Place your right hand on the floor, arm on the inside of the leg, and draw it kind of out to the right in alignment with your left foot. And then lift up your left hand so that we can open up in this pose, opening up your entire body with your left arm in the air. Take a nice inhale. If you want, you can join me in a bind by drawing your left hand down so that it meets your right hand around your right leg. I haven't bound in this in a while. So, and then just lift up once you're in your bind and continue to twist to your left and opening up your heart center, opening up the body. Focus on the idea of opening. Take another inhale. Exhale, release that bind. Left hand up in the air, placing your left hand now down on the mat. Just hand outside of the leg while your arm is on the inside in alignment with your left hand. And take your right arm up into the air. Using a little bit of tension of your left arm against your left leg to engage in that twist and further open up the body. Take a nice inhale. If you want, join me in this bind. It'll take me a little while to get in it. I haven't done a bind like this in quite a few weeks. Okay, here we go. So in that bind, focus on twisting to the right as you draw back your right shoulder and open up your entire body. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring your right arm up to the ceiling. Bring both hands back to heart center and lift up again in that gorgeous garland pose. Take a nice inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Place your hands on the floor. Let's lift our hips up to the ceiling. Keep our legs wide. Prasarita Uttanasana. Okay? So inhale into a flat spine and exhale. Just allow your body to float down. Float your sits bones up to the ceiling. Inhale into a flat spine again. And then exhale, drop them down. And then bend your legs slightly as we rise up into a standing position and find our way at star. So let's widen our legs slightly more and then take goddess pose. So as you can see, I'm at the back of the mat still, lifting up my heart center in star first. We're not going to take goddess yet. We're going to lift up that heart center, maybe arch the back just a little bit, opening up the arms. And then on your exhale, whoops, I'm going to fall backwards. On your exhale, bend your knees. So notice when I bend my knees, I'm drawing my knees out. You can start with your hands on top of your thighs. Draw your shoulders back and down. Lift up your heart center. And when you've created this beautiful alignment of your shoulders over your hips, then take your hands out into the goddess arms. Take one more inhale. Fully exhale. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, bring hands to your waist and then walk your feet together. Normally I would do that pose right where you can see me in front of the camera, but you know, some days are different. Let's walk up to the top of our mats and start our sun salutations or Surya Namaskar. So because I want to focus on heart opening, I'm encouraging you at home, get yourself a set of blocks. I'm going to place my blocks right here. I gotta move this table out of my way. Okay, so standing at the top of our mat, let's take our beautiful Tadasana. Focus on drawing that heart center up. Maybe you're creating a little arch in your back tonight to do this. That's totally okay. We're just focusing on opening up the heart. Inhale your hands out and up. Maybe take a little arch in the back. And then exhale, float down as we move forward into Uttanasana, leading with the heart. Drop your crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down and take your right foot back, dropping your knee. Take your blocks right underneath your shoulders and inhale your heart center up Maybe moving your hips forward, but just really focus on heart lift more than anything. Take a nice inhale. On your exhale, place your blocks down. Bring your hands on either side of your left foot. Left foot back to join right in your plank pose. Drop your knees. Bring your elbows into the ribs. Drop your heart center. Drop your chin in inchworm. Inhale, bring your heart center up as we go into low cobra. Exhale, touch your toes. Moving back through child's pose and lift up into your first downward facing dog of the night. Bend your legs deeply to start, drawing your hips up and back, allowing space for your heart center to fall towards the floor, drawing towards your legs. Take a nice inhale. On your exhale, bring your left foot forward. Bring your right foot forward. Drop your left knee. And then inhale your heart center up again. Take a nice inhale. On your exhale, tuck your left toes and bring your left foot forward to join the right. Inhale into a flat spine and exhale down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Inhale with hands overhead, and then exhale, bring hands to heart center. Take a nice inhale. Exhale our hands down. Inhale them out and overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, leading with the heart. Drop your crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down and take your left foot back. Grab those blocks. Lift up the heart center. Take a nice inhale. And then on your exhale, drop the blocks. Hands on either side of your right foot. Take your right foot back to join the left. Again, drop the knees. Keep the hips up high. Elbows to ribs, chin and chest to the mat. Inhale forward into low cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes. Moving back to child's pose into downward facing dog. I have on a sweater tonight because I find the sweater really comfortable. But it's moving. So you can straighten your legs to the desire that you choose. Maybe you're already open and you can straighten out your legs. Maybe you're not. If you want to keep them bent, that's fine. Continue to focus on drawing your hips high up into the air as you draw your shoulders down your back and allow your heart center to draw towards your thighs. Take a nice inhale. On your exhale, take your left foot forward, drop your right knee. Taking your blocks, inhale your heart center up. And then exhale, take your right foot forward to join the left. Inhale into a flat spine, exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. So I think I'll do just a little bit of tucking of my sweater into my pants so that, we're not sharing too much with the audience at home. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Drop your crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. This time you can do it without the blocks. Take your right foot back and drop your knee. Inhale your hands up, moving your hips forward, lifting up your heart center. Exhale, circle the hands down. Take your left foot back to join the right, going into inchworm, dropping the knees, elbows to the ribs, drop your chin in your chest. Inhale forward into low cobra. Exhale, tucking your toes, moving back into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, moving back into the dog. Inhale. Exhale, take your right foot forward, drop your knee. Inhale your hands up. And exhale, draw your shoulders down as you move your heart center up. Exhale. Take your hands down to the floor, left foot forward to join the right. Inhale into a flat spine, exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, leading with the heart, dropping the crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Take the left foot back. Drop your knee. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, circle the hands down. Bring your left foot back to join right. Knees, elbows, chin, chest, and inchworm. Inhale forward into low cobra. Exhale, moving back into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, move the hips back. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, left foot forward, dropping your right knee. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, move the hips forward, lift up that heart center. One more inhale. Exhale, circle the hands down. Toes forward. Right foot to join left. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale, down. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do high lunges for our next sun salutation. So you can continue with the low lunge if that continues to work for you. Inhale. Exhale, our hands down. Inhale, our hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Dropping our crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhaling down, taking our right foot back. Inhale, our hands up. Exhale, bend the left leg more deeply. Keep the right leg straight and strong behind you. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, circle the hands down. Left foot back to join right in plank lower chaturanga dandasana on your exhale. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale, moving in to downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right foot forward and rise up. Exhale, bend the right leg more deeply, straightening out the left. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, circle the hands down. Left foot forward to join the right. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, our hands down. Inhaling them up. Exhale, swan dive forward, drawing the heart center down. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale, down, taking the left foot back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sinking your hips by drawing or bending your right knee more, lifting up that left leg behind you. Exhale, circle your hands down, right foot back to join the left, lower chaturanga dandasana. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale, moving back into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring the hips low as we bend that left leg. Straightening out the right leg behind us. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, circle our hands down. Right foot forward to join left. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale, down. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. So now we're going to move into some very satisfying back bends. So join me as we go through another round of some salutations that take us back to downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale them up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Draw your heart center down. Drop your crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Take our right foot back. Inhale, rising up our hands. Exhale, circle the hands down. Move back immediately into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale, plant your right foot, lift up your left leg as high as it will go. And then exhale, open up the body, lifting up the left hip, bend your leg so that your heel comes towards the buttock. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Open up that hip, lift up that knee. Inhale. Exhale, move into whale thing. I have a teen in my mouth. Lift up those hips. Nice, satisfying, beautiful arch at the back and heart opening. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Let's move back into downward facing dog. One-legged dog, or three-legged dog rather. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Bring left knee to nose and foot all the way through. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, circle the hands down. Right foot forward to join the left. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, our hands down. Inhale, our hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, drawing the heart center down. Drop your crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Taking our left foot back. And inhale, rise up in Dhanjanayasana. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, circle the hands down. Moving back again into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, move your hips back, drawing your heart center towards your legs. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, plant your left leg, rise your right leg up as high as it'll go, and then open up your hip. Bend that leg, drawing your heel towards your buttocks, towards the back of your hip. We'll lift up that knee. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale, move into wild thing. And then just open it up as much as you can. Enjoy your wild thing. Take one more inhale, and then exhale. Move back into your three-legged dog. And then exhale, bring knee to nose, and bring your leg all the way through. Inhale, rise up and down the nail. Exhale, circle the hands down. Left foot forward to join right. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So your body should feel nice and open now. So let's focus more on that whole idea, opening up the heart center. So one of the ways that I really like to do that is going into a sequence with gate pose, because gate pose is so stretchy of the body, feels flowy, feels great. So let's find ourselves at the middle of the mat and rise up on our knees. So what we'll do from here is we'll do gate pose, we'll do some camels, more heart opening, anything that opens up the heart center. So let's place our hands on our hips and take our right foot out to the side. And move these blocks out of your way, out of your view. So lift up nice and tall. Feel movement out of the hips, lifting up the heart center, dropping the shoulders down. Bring your hands out to the side. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, drop your left hand down. Right hand up to the ceiling. Lift up your hips and maybe push them forward just slightly. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, drop your hand down behind you. Use this as an opportunity to stretch all these chest muscles, open up the shoulders, maybe drop your head back even. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring your hand up to the ceiling. Exhale, rise up into warrior two. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, drop your right hand to your right leg. Bring your left hand either overhead or even curl towards your right leg in gate pose. Open up the heart center though by drawing your left shoulder back slightly. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, drop your left hand down, right hand overhead. Exhale, rise up, dropping your right hand to your right leg. Left arm draws towards your left foot as you curl to the right. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, drop your left hand down, right hand to the ceiling. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, drop your right hand to your right leg, curling over towards the right. Inhale, rise up. Hands down. Bring your knees together, hands on your hips. Take your left foot out to the left. Inhale your hands into warrior two arms. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, drop your right hand, left hand to the ceiling and allow it to drop back. Move your hips slightly forward. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Fully exhale. Inhale, lift up your left arm. Exhale fully. Inhale, rise up into warrior two arms. And then exhale, drop your left hand to your left leg as we move into gate. Right arm overhead or curling over towards the left, body over the left leg. Draw open your heart a little bit by drawing your right shoulder back. Feel this wonderful full body stretch. Take another nice inhale. Exhale, rise up and drop your right hand to the floor, left hand overhead. Inhale, rise up into warrior two arms. Exhale, dropping your left hand to your left leg, moving into gate pose. Exhale, rise up, dropping your right hand, left hand to the ceiling. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, rise up into warrior two arms, dropping your left hand to your left leg, curling to the left in gate. Inhale, rise up, dropping your right hand, left hand to the ceiling. Take a nice long inhale. Fully exhale. Inhale, rise up, and then exhale to the left, drawing your right arm to the left as well in gate. And then return to warrior two arms. Bring your hands to your hips. Bring your knees together and let's turn. You can stay in your same position, but we're going to go into a series of camel poses. I'm going to start tucking my feet. So this is a vinyasa flow, so I don't take as many modifications in these classes, but I do like to build up to the fully extended versions of poses. This helps us to really build our alignment and prepare ourselves for the full expression of the poses. So to start off, let's take our hands like paddles down at the base of our spine, fingertips pointed down. So your hands are essentially right where your sacroiliac joints can be located, those two dimples on your back. Draw your shoulders together, lift, I'm sorry, not your shoulders, well, shoulders too, shoulders and elbows. Draw them together and lift up your heart center. Lift up and out of your hips. And then start to curl back if that feels good to you. You can stay lifted or you can begin to curl back. Remember that we arch the back when we have fully lifted out of the hips. So you should not feel discomfort in your lower spine. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, draw the chin to the chest, draw the belly button in and rise up. Sit back down and counter this with a little bit of a child's pose. Just laying gently over our legs, dropping our crown, allowing our hands to lay down alongside our legs. Take another inhale. Fully exhale. Inhale, rise up. Now, we're going to start off with the toes tucked again. Take our hands on an inhale overhead. And then on our exhale, bring our hands down to the tops of our heels. You might find it's easier to start off with them on fingertips, touching the heels. Inhale, lift up the heart center, drawing the shoulders together, and then start to curl into it. Again, you should not feel this in your lower back. Lifting up your heart center is the way to not feel it in your lower back. Take another inhale. Exhale, draw chin to chest. Draw the belly button in as you rise up. Sit back down on your heels and move into child's pose, resting your torso over your thighs. Drawing your hands down alongside your legs. Inhale, rise up. So I'm going to leave my feet now untucked this time. And with my feet flat, I'm going to move into camel pose again, but it'll be a more greater and fuller expression of the pose. So let's inhale our hands up. And then exhale, circle the hands down, reaching for your heels, or you can even reach for your calf muscles. Inhale the heart center up, and then on your exhale, curl your back. Maybe moving your hips forward. Take one more inhale, and then exhale, draw chin to chest, draw the belly button in, sit back on your heels, and then lay down in child's pose. And while you're laying in child's pose, I'm going to do a little camera adjustment. Okay. Let's take another inhale. And then exhale. Let's rise up. So I want to do a series of heart openers now on the floor. So find your way to staff pose. So in staff pose, we are sitting nice and tall, sits bones in contact with the floor, toes pointed towards the ceiling, feet are flexed. Draw your shoulders back and down and place your hands on the floor. And what I want you to experience right now is the engagement of your side waist, the engagement of your abdominal muscles. And I want you to feel the strength of your core muscles while working in this pose. Lift up the heart center slightly. Feel all the muscles of your back engaged to make that possible. Now, let's first take a reverse tabletop. So let's bend our legs. So feet are on the floor, legs are bent. Place our hands behind us. So you might find it's easier to move your hips just slightly closer to your legs, because when you go into this pose, it's just like tabletop in the other direction, only your heart center is lifted towards the ceiling. So take a nice inhale, and then on your exhale, lift up your hips and continue to lift up the hips, opening up the shoulders, dropping your head back if that's comfortable to you. Try not to sink into the shoulders, so lift up your heart center off of the shoulders. Engaging the muscles of your hamstrings, of all of your gluteus muscles, your back muscles, your shoulder muscles. All of this is working to keep you in this pose. Take a nice inhale, and then on your exhale, go ahead and drop your hips down, straighten out your legs. Inhale, rise your hands up. And then exhale, let's bend forward, nice forward fold, leading with the heart. Continue to lead with the heart, feeling a satisfying stretch all along the back of your legs. Try to draw your shoulders onto your spine as you draw your heart forward. Take another inhale. Exhale, rise up. Now let's do a reverse plank. So placing our hands behind us just as they were in reverse tabletop. If you prefer to take the tabletop, that's totally fine. So what we're going to do is take a nice inhale. And then on your exhale, lift up your hips. Draw your shoulders back. Have your feet, toes moving towards the floor. Legs are straight, body is straight, hips are lifted. This is taking a lot of strength. Take one more inhale, and then exhale, lower it all back down. Inhale, rise our hands up, and then exhale, moving forward into that forward fold. Inhale, rise up. And then let's take our right leg, our right foot in against our left thigh. Let's get a nice satisfying stretch along this whole left leg. So let's take our hands out and overhead. Exhale, fold forward, drawing your face down to your knee, Janu Shirshasana. Take one more inhale, and then exhale fully. Inhale, bring your hands out and up. Exhale them down. Let's switch sides. Right foot forward, left foot in against the right thigh. Inhale our hands up. Exhale, fall down over your right leg, drawing your face towards your knee. Having a nice, deep, satisfying stretch all along the back of your right leg. Inhale, rise up. And let's take our feet in Baddha Konasana. So in Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. I'm going to turn slightly towards the camera so that you can see it better. We have the soles of our feet together. Lift up our heart center, drawing our heels more towards the body. And then with your palms of your feet together, your soles of your feet, use that energy by pushing your feet together to push your knees down towards the mat to get just a little bit more of a hip opening, using muscle energy in this active stretch. Draw the shoulders down, lift up the heart center. Just feel the opening of the heart. Feel the strength of your core muscles engaged as you draw your shoulders down. And if you want, you can fold forward, leading with the heart, fold over your legs. You can stay open, lifted, or You can further this stretch and opening of your hips by drawing your crown of your head and your heart forward. Inhale, rise up. And then let's move into a very satisfying, beautiful, restorative, heart-opening pose called fish or Matsyenasana. So bring our knees together. Keep your feet on the floor and find your way back into a resting pose on the mat. So take your hands, lift up your hips slightly, and draw your hands kind of underneath your hips, but towards the fingertips are at the top of they're resting just on either side of your tailbone, if you will. Go ahead and lift up your heart. So inhale, lift up your chest using your elbows as anchor points and draw your elbows underneath your body. Straighten out your legs if you want, or you could even take a nice Baddha Konasana in this pose. You can do anything you want with your legs when you're in fish pose. Now, if you want to, you can move your hips more on top of your hands, and then with your shoulders open, start to lift up the heart center and drop your crown. Continue to draw your shoulders back and down, lifting up your heart center, drawing your shoulders away from your ears. Take one more inhale and then exhale. Let's release out of this pose, find our way to Shavasana. Maybe before we finish off, though, we get a little bit of the wiggles out by taking Happy Baby. So take bug pose with our legs and our hands. Hands up along the inside of our thighs, grabbing the outside edges of our feet. And then just draw your knees as much as you can towards your shoulders on the outside of the body. Get a nice, beautiful stretch here in your baby pose. You can do whatever you want with your legs. You can make them wide. You can do circles with them. You can straighten out one leg and then straighten out the other, both at the same time. Bring them back together. Maybe take Baddha Konasana with your feet, whatever you want to do. And maybe you want to rock your baby. And then hug your knees nice and tight. And then release down into your Shavasana. Make room for your heart center, perhaps by drawing your shoulders underneath. And then start to relax your body, starting with your crown, releasing all the tension and energy you might be holding there. Moving further down over your forehead, smoothing out the lines, down to your eyebrows, allowing energy to slide towards your temples, down to your gently closed eyelids where your eyes are falling heavily into your sockets, down to the cheeks just under your eyes, relaxing all the muscles across the tops of your cheeks, relaxing your ears and the skin of your scalp alongside your head. Relaxing your upper lip, under your jawline, and your chin. Continuing to move down towards your neck, relaxing all the muscles of the neck. And then drawing your attention to the tops of your shoulders, allowing them to fall into the mat, relaxing all the muscles across your chest, relaxing your arms. Continuing to move down, relaxing your sternum and your rib cage and all the muscles of the abdomen. As you continue to move down, relax your forearms and your hands. No tension in any of your fingers as they gently curl inward. Relaxing the lower abdominal muscles and your thighs, the skin above your knees, your kneecaps, and your calves and shins. Continuing to move this relaxation downward, relaxing the ankles, the tops of your feet, your arches, and your toes. Whatever remaining energy you have is exiting out of the tips of your fingers and the ends of your toes. As you lay here, assess now how you feel. An hour into movement, lots of deep and satisfying breathing, focusing on the heart. I invite you maybe to take time after this practice to really just sit for a while and assess how you feel. Process whatever feelings you have. Give yourself permission to feel them without judgment. Rest in the sureness that you are loved and surrounded by many. You are not alone. We are all connected, metaphysically, biologically, spiritually. Know that companionship, concern, nurturing love is all but a heartbeat away. Give yourself permission to receive the love from others. Give yourself permission to give that love back. I invite you to take Shavasana for 5 minutes or longer. Give yourself permission to absorb all the benefits of your practice and restore your body, your heart, your soul, your mind. The light in me sees the light in you. The yogi in me honors the yogi in you. Namaste. Please join me next Tuesday, again on Instagram Live at 7 p.m.